James Hamilton for MMA UK, joined here by Josh Thomson. Obviously, we're here. Bellator Newcastle kicks off on Saturday night. What's your thoughts on the cards? You've had a look at it, and is there any fights in particular you're looking forward to seeing, Josh?
Oh, man. I mean, obviously, I'm in favor of the main event. I fought Patricky Pitbull. Ryan Scope's got good stand-up, more of a sniper type, like stand-up guy. Picks and chooses his shots really well. He's got some good speed, good straight rights. I mean, like, he's very good, very talented. This is a huge step up in competition for him, and we want to see if he can rise to the occasion. I think these are moments where this defines people's careers. In this moment, in this episode right now, for this Bellator fight, this will define his career, whether he gets to the next level or not. I mean, you're headlining a huge card, you know, and with all the big news that's dropping today and yesterday, and all the things that are going on in Bellator, I think this is a great opportunity for him to seize the moment. I don't know if he can. You know, but I don't know if there's a lot more pressure on him because he's doing it here in Newcastle, and he's here in the UK doing this on this big card against, someone like Patricky Pitbull, who basically is like always one fight away from a title shot, and can he seize the moment? Can he put himself in that top echelon of guys in the lightweight division to see if perhaps he can fight for the title?
Is it a really dangerous fight for Patricky, just in the sense that obviously Ryan's coming into this fight, he's going to be the underdog, it's almost a win-win for him, so do you feel that makes him a more dangerous opponent?
No, as long as I think what happened, let me just clear this up. Pitbull fought Roger Huerta, didn't have a great performance, didn't fight smart, had a hard time with the weight cut. He's remedied all those problems now. I think it was best that it happened before, and now Ryan Scope needs to be afraid of that. He's worked out all the kinks. I think the frustration, for Pitbull was that he was probably supposed to fight for the title, or thought he was going to fight for the title after he beat Benson. Then he fought Roger Huerta, had a bad performance, and he's like, look, I could have lost that fight, and I didn't. Now this is another opportunity where he could potentially lose this fight against Ryan Scope. And if he doesn't put his best foot forward, he could lose, and he could lose every chance of having a title shot. And that catapults Ryan Scope into the next stage of being right there as a number one contender, basically, by beating who is considered to be the number one contender in Bellator right now. So that's a good opportunity for Ryan Scope to step up and do. I'd have to see if he can do it on the big scale. This is the biggest stage he's ever fought on, and it's probably going to be the biggest stage he ever does fight on if he doesn't get this win tomorrow.
So almost in this fight on Saturday answers a lot of questions about not only Ryan Scope but Patricky as well going forward.
Yeah, Ryan Scope needs to pick and choose his shots. Okay, he doesn't have the power, I think, to knock Patricky out right off the bat, especially while Patricky is fresh. And look, obviously this is the fight game, and it can happen. But he's got to pick and choose his shots. He needs to put things together in combinations, but he can't stay in that pocket too long. He gets caught. If he gets caught by something, either Pitbull brother, they catch you with something, you're going lights out. So he's just got to make sure he stays composed, doesn't let the crowd get to him, and he fights his smart fight. He fights his fight. If he fights his fight, could have a great night. It's going to be hard, though. It's going to be real hard. And these are the fights that people look at and go, we're going to see if the cream rises to the top. And I'm excited to see if he can actually do that.
Just one last thing before we let you go. Obviously, Bellator had their press conference. They discussed the push in Europe. Obviously, this card's going to kick it all off. How exciting is that for the sport in general? The Bellator are pushing so hard in Europe, and does that help a lot of fighters and just give them more opportunities?
I think the more fights that Bellator has, it gives the fighters more opportunities to make money, support their families, take care, and live their dream. I was just having this conversation with some other fighters right before you and I were talking about this is a great opportunity for them to make money, to live out their dream. The things that you're going to miss as time goes on and I can speak from experiences. I'm 40 years old, and the things that I miss, I don't train every day now, and I miss hanging out with, DC and Cain Velasquez and Luke Rockhold and all the guys in my gym that I've trained with, Khabib and all the guys over the years, Gray Maynard, and these are people that helped me throughout my career, and it was an everyday thing. We saw them sometimes 2-3 times a day, and now that kind of you take that away. Those are the things that these fighters are going to miss when later on in their career. They need to enjoy it now. They need to soak all this up, live the dream, dive in head first, and treat this like a job, a real job. And if you treat it like a real job, I don't think there's a guy out there that if you do treat it like a real job, the sky's the limit for you. You could be one of the best. I mean, I'm excited. I was watching Fabian Edwards and some of the super exciting, talented guys. You know, Lee Chadwick, all these guys that are all around. I'm excited to see what they bring. It's a different style, you know, of fighting. And then also for them to do it here in the UK, not always having to travel abroad, like always having to go to Brazil, or always having to go to the US, or always having to go to Japan, or it's now they get to fight at home, and I think this is what they've been waiting for, man. And I'm excited for them to be able to have the opportunity and chance to do that. And Bellator's delivered for them to be able to do that.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the time, Josh.